a very quick reading today. Wants to come through just very fast. The Oracle of the Seven Energies. Beyond the ordinary. A general reminder to everyone that there's a lot of things going on beyond the ordinary. Duh. That's pretty obvious. But it's even beyond that. It's even beyond the ordinary world. And we also need to regard ourselves as beyond the ordinary and capable of much more than the ordinary. Because look at all this expansion and look at all these things that are happening and intertwining and coming to be. I mean, it already is. It's just an unfoldment of that. Let's get one partner card for clarity. Ears wide open. Listen. We were given 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we may listen more and speak less. And also not just listening with our ears, but listening with our hearts. And that's not just like, I love, and I listen to the things that are so perfect and wonderful. And no, that's not what love is. It's a bigger thing than that. It's beyond the ordinary. Number 33, angel number coming through. 45 is 9. Divisible by 3. The Holy Trinity. So let's read the book a little bit. So the beyond the ordinary is energy 7, and that's with thought, spirituality, ego transcendence, liberation, God consciousness, understanding, and wisdom. There is a lot of liberation of the ego, transcending the ego, liberation of old thought patterns and ways of doing things, habitual things of doing things. Expanding into that God consciousness. We are God. God is us. We are God. So the mystical, ineffable part of life, trusting in the invisible world without understanding it. Without understanding it. You don't have to understand everything. Understanding isn't necessarily mean you have a grip on it. I can promise you that much. Recognizing that some things cannot be known in advance are not meant to be grasped intellectually. The awareness that everything is as it should be, even if it doesn't make sense. Beyond our ordinary worlds, defined by our memory, our intellect, and our 5 senses, is a mystical realm of beauty, magic, and extraordinary potential. Yes. This is the spiritual realm, the quantum reality, quantum physics. Science is catching up, called by some of the great mystery. This place doesn't operate under the same laws we're used to, but rather has its own way of working that is perfect, though hard for us to understand. When you want to know what is to come, the nature of something, or where you're heading, it's natural to turn to a trusted oracle and expect some kind of answer that will inform your view of how things are, might be, or should be. Sometimes this is not possible. Actually, this is never possible. It's only a possible way of being. So, elements cannot be named, and they're not yet in place, so everything is still in flux. However, we can take our best guess based based upon patterns of operation. But when you're moving beyond the patterns of operation, that's when you need to just surrender to the unknown. No matter how hard you try to understand why something happened or how or when it will happen, now is the time to surrender to not knowing. The mystery is a mystery because it is at present unknowable and as yet unmade. Even its potential is impossible to understand. What is waiting for you lies beyond the ordinary, but it has not yet chosen its shape, its path, and the manner by which it will be delivered. Your job is to stay the course, allowing whatever comes to be exactly as it will, with discernment. And how do you tell the difference? Well, if you get kind of that, and I don't mean like I don't want to do that, I don't feel it. It's more like, I really don't want to do that. That's like, yeah, discernment. When it's something that you are directed to do, there is a little bit more of a body agreement with it. You might resist in some parts of you, usually the ego area, or just the this is scary, I don't know what this is kind of thing. But yeah, there's a difference. So your job is to stay the course and allowing whatever comes to be exactly as it will without trying to ascertain anything in advance. So, and then ears wide open. This is energy 5, sound. By the way, we are listening to the lower chakras healing meditation music. It is on my chakra meditation music playlist on my YouTube channel. So if you follow my YouTube channel, it's much easier than having to click on all the things and links and stuff. So if you just follow it, you can get all the updates. I do update all the playlists on a regular basis. So sound is important, of course, because of communication, but also creativity. There is suggestion that it was actually sound that created the universe. Sound was the energy that created all that is. And that's a very interesting theory. I know that I have experienced some creativity and creation and a lot of healing through sound. So keep your mind and heart open to that concept. So listening and being heard, writing, ideas, sharing, and vibration. The ears wide open. Deep listening as a gift we give to others. Understanding someone else's needs, showing focused attention, tuning into another, and letting go of the ego's need to be heard. So again, that ego surrendering that the other card was talking to us about. So the world is constantly speaking to us and offering clues about what is really going on beneath the surface of things. We all have the capacity to hear beyond the noise that reaches our ears. Bless you to my kitty girl. She has the sneezes sometimes. The challenge is when we feel misunderstood and unheard. When we feel insignificant, it's easy to explain ourselves in an attempt to get acknowledged. You do not need to explain yourself. If you find yourself explaining over and over again, just take a pause and, oh my goodness, sneeze. Yeah, we're sneezing out the demons apparently over there. So when we feel insignificant, yes, it's easy to over-explain. Don't over-explain. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You don't owe any explanation to anyone. When you get to that point, write it down. Write down in your journal, write it down more, okay? The only person that needs to understand you is yourself, and even then, that's on some days that's sort of a crapshoot. So now is the time to let all that go. Offer your attention as the great gift it is. It's time to stop multitasking, checking your phone. That's a message to me. thinking of what you're going to say next, and doing all the other things that keep you from connecting fully. Whenever we are in a state of chaos and distraction, paying attention to only some of what is being said, we lose the ability to pick up on everything, including that which is not being said. Deep listening is the way in which we immerse ourselves in the truth of the world. In this way, with ears wide open, we also open our hearts and minds to understand more than what is conveyed through words alone. Opportunities arise from the subtle cues we miss when we are not 100% present. Purposeful, open listening is an act of true respect and intimacy. When you are in this space of receptivity, letting go of the need to be heard or to be right, you become expansive and alert to meaningful potential. Right now, keep your ears wide open and you will find more than what you were searching for. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I resonate with that. It's a nice reminder to myself. Alright, that's all that wants to come through today. I want to flash my new business cards again to you because they're so pretty and so readable on this. I just love it. So, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Please schedule one of my services through the link on my website. Send me a message and let me know what you're interested in, and we can get you taken care of. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being you. I appreciate you. Take care. Enjoy your weekend.